and hospital. Shifting focus to our top international story. Now what we are learning is that amid speculation over Israel's response to Iran after that attack, the ballistic missile attack coming in from Iran, Netanyahu has spoken to US President Joe Biden on Israel's response, is what we are learning, as Israel tries to plan out its response to Iran as it continues the offensive both in the Gaza Strip as well as Lebanon. What we are learning is that Netanyahu has spoken to US President Joe Biden. That is the visual on your screen, where Netanyahu with his top advisors and ministers having that phone conversation with Joe Biden. I'm joined by my colleague Siddhant Mishra on the broadcast. Siddhant, so what is the plan of action for Israel? It has to send that message to Iran after the ballistic missile attack, even though it continues the offensive against both Hezbollah as well as Hamas. That direct message to Iran is something Netanyahu is under pressure domestically to deliver.
Well, this particular conversation, this particular telephonic conversation was on the cards between the two leaders. In fact, we have also been told that Vice President Kamala Harris was very much a part of that conversation, which lasted for about 50 minutes. And this particular conversation is happening when Israel has invaded Lebanon, and perhaps after the airstrikes, the ground invasion, the raids are going on in Lebanon. Now we are getting to know that we are still awaiting a full response from White House. What was the conversation all about? But what the State Department has hinted is that U.S. has been making it very clear to Israel that under international law, they are obliged to provide food, water, and other necessities. And also, Gaza humanitarian situation issue has been a subject of some very urgent discussions between U.S. and Israeli government. So this is what State Department has said just now. In fact, we are still awaiting full statement from White House. What was the conversation all about? Whether it had anything on the humanitarian crisis going on in Gaza and now in Lebanon, and was the focus on that, or whether a ceasefire or some kind of a proposal. Look, it's a window for Netanyahu to do what is best to secure his country's interests. But at the same time, Biden, who is currently not active politically in U.S., is perhaps working on to get a glorified exit from the U.S. politics, or perhaps to leave a legacy behind. And he and his team we have been told this, is focusing dedicatedly on how to get the Middle East issue resolved. And this is the reason this particular phone call is also a part of it. And adding Kamala Harris to it, she is a vice president, but also she's running for the office of president from the Democratic Party. So
right.
That perhaps adds weight to what Biden is talking to Netanyahu. So her presence in the phone call perhaps adds value and weightage to that conversation, because she has chances of winning the election. So there's a lot of factors to
right.
To this conversation at this point in time. But right now, Qatar is mediating. Iran has already reached out.
Right. Thank you, Siddhant, for getting us the latest when it comes to the developments in the Middle East. Netanyahu has made it very clear that Israel will counter every security threat to the nation of Israel. But that's all we have to pack in on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Good night and take care.